Hello, everyone. Hopefully, we're coming in okay.
Good evening.
For those watching on playback, how's it going? Okay, I'll do one other thing over here. We'll just wait for you guys to hop on in. Everyone's watching on playback. How's it going? Glad that you're here.
Hello there.
Hello there. We just finished up a Patreon and YouTube member only live stream. So if you want to have a little bit more private time to chat with us, make sure you check out Patreon and YouTube membership. We made it available for every single tier. So, Oh, Kai Demon AXB, glad that you're here. Thank you for being here.
Jen, Holden looks like a snack, doesn't he? Oh my goodness.
Okay. Holden Thomas Hardman, how's it going? I miss you guys doing streams. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. We kind of always had something going on during the weekend when we would normally do it. So today we were free and we were like, we're doing a live stream.
We love live streams, we promise.
Yes, we do.
We love talking to you guys.
You want to do that one?
Danny V, are you guys going to watch the Guardians Holiday Special? Yes, we're going to watch it on Sunday.
Yes, we are.
So we should get that to you guys.
Yes. Before anyone asks, we have reacted to the Transformers trailer, the Indiana Jones trailer, and the... What was the last one? What was the last trailer we watched? Transformers, Indiana Jones, and the third one that came out. We watched that one too. So I'll be working on editing those tonight and getting those posted soon. How's the Wi-Fi been working? Yeah,
up and down. There are like some days where we have no problem with it and it's fine. And then just the other day, our internet like just ceased working for like an hour or two. Holden had to call. He was disconnected. Had to call back in. They have us do the same like routine stuff, which is really annoying. Because honestly, we just want a tech to come out and like fix the core issue. But we're just so tired of calling AT&T that we're just like, just get it back on.
I'm just going to just rename these streams to Holden hates on AT&T for 2 hours. Jerry Augustin, thank you so much. Your reactions are therapeutic. Thank you.
Aww,
thank you.
Therapeutic.
We appreciate it.
That's a very... I wouldn't expect that. Wow.
Yeah, well, thanks. Nathan, best place to eat in the mall area of Pensacola. Nippon Sushi in the mall. I love that place. I know the owner. I actually just shot a little commercial for him not even that long ago. I have yet to finish it for him.
Very nice.
But I love, if you love sushi, Nippon Sushi. If you don't like sushi, Sushi Masa is also pretty good because they're all you can eat. And it's a good like date area.
Sushi Masa has the best spicy tuna. So good, life-changing. Every time I go there, I have to, again, like look up what the recommended max amount is because I will eat over that if I'm not careful. And it's that good.
Yes. Cryptid Tactical. What a beautiful couple. The algorithm is doing its job because I have no idea who y'all are, but I'm here for. Thank you so much for being here. Well, what a great time to subscribe. Okay, we're just a couple of people
that love movies.
That love movies and shows, yes. You want to get this one?
Jalen Martin. Hey, Holden, Jen, it's been a while. How are you guys doing? We are doing so good. Thank you so much.
Yeah, good to see you again, Jalen. I, of course, remember you from previous streams. Glad to have you back. Glad to be doing some more live streams again as well.
We missed you guys.
Let's see if I missed it. Jordy Gomez, thank you so much. I don't see any question or anything, but thank you so much for that. Kai Demon AXB, good to see you again as well. What is your guys' most anticipated movie that is coming out? That's a good question.
I don't...
Just thinking about it. I'd have to think about it too. I'm trying to think of what all is coming out because like the height of my stuff was like Spider-Man No Way Home, and right now there's not. We watched the 3 trailers for some of the new stuff, but there's not a movie that I think of that I'm just like, oh boy, I'm super excited for that right now. I might be missing something, so let me know some of the movies that are coming up, and I'll come back to that question. If I see like, oh yeah, that is coming out. I can't wait to see that. As of now, there's nothing. Oh, Avatar 2. Actually, that's perfect.
Oh yeah.
As of right now, that probably. Thank you so much. Cryptid Tactical coming in for the save. New guy, you don't even know us, and you're saving us here. Avatar 2. So just full disclosure, we have watched Avatar 1. We're kind of preparing a little bit of a backlog for our Alien Week that we're working on. So we've watched Avatar 1, and we wanted to watch it before the sequel comes out. So Avatar 2 is probably my most anticipated one. Transformers: Rise of the Beast. Yeah. I'm going to watch Breaking Bad. Yes, we're watching it. We're watching it off camera because I'd already seen up to season 3. But currently on season 4. John Wick 4 I'm excited for. I'm probably, in the immediate future, probably more Avatar 2 right now.
Yeah.
Yo, my favorite couple. Thanks, Chris.
Aww.
Thanks, my guy. Thanks, Chris, dude. Appreciate it.
So sweet.
Watch Guardians of the Galaxy 3 trailer. We did. I'll be editing it and posting it soon.
Mario, I stumbled upon you guys a while back last year, and I've enjoyed you, so many of your reactions. Love the discussion jokes and the Holden Hardman. Yeah, you know, it's so funny that you guys, like, get a kick out of that, because ever since we started dating, I mean, that was just always a thing in our house. But I'm really glad that you guys get a kick out of it.
Yes. MP Jumper, good to see you. One of our long-standing members and patrons. Oh, now our long-standing members. Just wanted to say thanks for always delivering top-notch, honest reactions to old and new stuff alike.
Aww.
One man's past is another man's future. Thank you so much, MP Jumper. MP Jumper's been one of our longest supporters.
Yeah, and you know, that's so refreshing to hear, because I know there's a lot of reactions that we do that y'all disagree with. Probably more on my side, but if anything, me and Holden always, you know, let people know, like, you're never gonna get like a fake reaction. And I'm on YouTube enough to where I know that there's channels out there that kind of dabble in that. So I'm proud that that's not in our channel.
Yeah, it really varies, like, because there are certain times where we're like in just a more playful mood naturally, and certain times where we're just a little bit more stoic. So you get what you get. But we don't fake any reactions.
The way we are for reactions is like how we are when we're in bed, like watching a movie together, you know, TV show. So that's nice to hear. I
gotta read this one here. Craig Sicard. So Craig, I saw you commented on one of the James Bond movies as well. I think I liked it, but just wanted to say that you've been saying Daniel Craig's name right. We know.
I did. Speak for yourself.
I'm just kidding. I'm just joking around.
I am still confused, okay? Because there were so many people that are still like, no, you're saying it wrong. I'm like, but it's spelled
Daniel Craig.
So I don't know, and I don't want to be
like,
disrespectful or anything.
Look, I thought the difference was more of an accent difference, like, because I was listening to how English speakers were saying it, and it's like Daniel Craig, Daniel Craig. But in America, we say Craig, like spelled like that as Craig.
So I'm wondering if those people that are saying you're saying it wrong.
So that's what I'm saying. I think it's just an accent difference. But people are like, no, it's Craig. It's who cares? At the end of the day.
This is why I'm scared to say his name now. Like, I don't even want to mention it.
Luis Morales, when will Daredevil season 3 be coming? We're working through Jessica Jones, and we're gonna slowly work our way to it. So it's coming. We filmed another Jessica Jones today. Yeah. So we're getting there. You want to do this one?
Chris Tanner, has Holden seen any or all of the X-Files? He has seen some.
Seen a good bit.
I want him to watch every single season, at least until Doggett comes along, because nobody cares about that stuff. But the episodes with Mulder in them, like Mulder and Scully as a duo, I think is some of the best TV episodes I've ever seen in my life. Like, it's the first show that I really remember like falling in love with, and it's so creative and probably the best interpretation of aliens, I would say. It's just done really well, and it's up his alley too. Like,
I enjoy it a lot.
Likes it. So he hasn't seen all of it, but I want him to finish it. He's seen up until like season.
I've seen a good bit of it for sure. I've seen the movies and everything, and I like them a lot. I love their dynamic. And honestly, it reminds me of us.
It really does. And I'm so mad because I'm like, there's so much stuff that I had him watch when we were just like early dating that we could have done for content, and X-Files would have absolutely been one of the things that I would have done for my husband watches. Just even if it was like one season,
Yeah, there might be special episodes that we could just do as like single episode one-offs. And you could edit them since you've been working on your editing.
Yeah. Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
I could.
All right. Jacob Lundbeck, love your channel. Seeing your videos always makes me smile. Thank you. We appreciate that a lot. Thank you very much. I know we're getting behind here on a couple of these. Let's see if I can get caught up. And we'll go to the beginning here. The Champ, would you ever watch all the Power Rangers seasons? There's 29 at the moment, and most of them are on YouTube. R.I.P. Jason David Frank. We probably wouldn't watch the Power Rangers seasons. I think, for one thing, I think it's too much. The other thing, I don't think the audience is really at that age group as interesting as it would be. But I love the original Power Rangers. I watch it with Fox still, and
therefore we have to. I know you enjoy it, but sometimes I'm just like.
Jen was the one who told me that JDF passed away. She broke the news to me, and she was like, "Hey, did you hear that the Green Ranger died?" And I was like, "No way."
I remember watching it as a kid, not like religiously, but I remember it being on TV, and
it was a big deal in my house because my parents were divorced, right? You want to get here's a little Holden lore for you. My parents were divorced. My mother, being more strict, I wasn't allowed to watch Harry Potter, I wasn't allowed to watch Pokemon or collect Pokemon cards, was not allowed to watch Power Rangers because of the violence. And my dad would let me watch Power Rangers at his house because they're divorced. And they actually ended up going to court over that, about whether or not, who had the right to say, if mom says he can't watch Power Rangers, he should not be allowed to watch it at dad's house. And that's what they went to court over. So, a little bit about my childhood, guys.
It's sad to hear that they went to court, but at least they cared enough to, that be like a topic.
Yeah, that's one way to look at that.
I just remember it being that, we didn't have enough money to have cable or anything. So I remember it being on like Channel 9 UPN for you Minnesota people. And it would be on, and that's what I would watch. That and Buffy.
I watched a lot of PBS Kids though. Jen, Yu Yu Hakusho reaction when? Thank you, Mr. Nimrod. At some point,
I don't know what that is.
It's an anime, and I think the anime I'm going to introduce Jen with is going to be Death Note. I think we need to just start off on a good, solid anime.
He's told me about Death Note, and I have to say Death Note sounds very interesting and up my alley, and I think that it would be easier if I started with something like that.
I think...
But the flip side of that would be the bar, if it is as good as you say, the bar would be so high. So anything that's like below that, even the slightest, probably wouldn't be that.
They're all different, but Death Note, it starts off strong. The premise is interesting. It's dark, and we don't have to wait 3 seasons for it to get good. It just starts off good. So I think that's what
I like.
Ace Mobile Gamer just popped in to say, love y'all. We love you too. Aww. Thank you so much. Clint, has a channel made watching movies or TV shows feel more like a chore? Great question. How do you keep it from feeling too much like work and ruin the experience?
For me, we're really good about not, for the most part, not being like we're gonna film if we're not in the mood.
Yeah, we have to do it today.
Yeah,
or we'll be
they're
off
not. There's days where we are like, hey, we want to stay on schedule and we want to have this released by this date. But if one of us is not feeling up to it, which happens because we have kids, we have other stuff going on in our life, we are like, all right, we're going to take the day and we'll get back to it tomorrow. We really don't force it because we realize that our mood, and if there's other stuff going on, or like our kids, that really comes through. If we're just like exhausted, which is 99% of the time a reason where we're like, look, we just can't because,
Yeah, I mean, we have a teenager in the house, which is already a handful, and then a 7-year-old boy in the house, and for most of the day, so we have this small window during like the day where they're at school to film or do whatever chores we need to do or appointment, whatever, during that period of time. So it's really limited. But so if we have like a rough day with them and our moods are we're just not in a good mood, then we don't film. But there are certain days where we're just in a good mood and we're just like, well, while we're in this mood, let's just do a bunch, let's watch this and then we'll do that.
Right. And normally, we're able to stay on schedule for the most part, but every now and then there'll be a day where we're just like, I want to take the day and just relax, not do any laundry, not have to worry about appointments, not worry about filming, and we just kind of give into that, and then we'll get right back on track the next day. And I think not having that like pressure helps, because if you make it into that where you have to force yourself, I think that it's not as enjoyable, both for us and then
And the
for
viewer,
you guys.
yeah.
So that's for me, I would say.
I agree. I'm pretty much right there with you.
Yeah.
We don't do it. We avoid making it a chore.
Yeah.
Stolas, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Appreciate that a lot. Have you ever heard of Hell of a Boss? It's an adult cartoon series on YouTube made by VisiPop. Also, do you plan on reacting to Arcane? It's amazing. By the way, any plan on doing Christmas horror movies? So 3 questions. I've not heard of Hell of a Boss. Arcane we keep putting on polls and it keeps not winning. Christmas horror movies, no plans for it right now, but I know that there are some really good horror Christmas movies. You want to do this one? Jordy, thank you so much.
Meant to send this message before, but your channel is amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Subscribed a few months ago and literally binge watched so many of your reactions. Aw, your videos make me laugh so hard and love your content. That is, I personally love getting those messages because y'all are really good about messaging me on Instagram, and I get a lot of those same types of messages, and they almost make me cry because they're so heartfelt, and the fact that like just us watching a movie, just like being our ridiculous self, has an impact on you guys is just a really good feeling, and I think we're very thankful that we're able to do this, as work, and so yeah, that means a lot.
Thank you so much. We do appreciate that, and thank you, Charles. We'll try to get caught up here. Any plans to react to Andor? Working on it. Once we get caught up, we'll probably run a poll to see if people want us to hear. I've heard great things, though. Absolutely. David Walker, loved your watch-alongs with James Bond. Wish you both all the best. Thank you so much for the £5. Thank you. Gabe the Game Boy, thank you so much. No question or comment or anything. I appreciate the little super sticker. Thank you very much. Jalen Martin again. Are y'all going to react to some Christmas movies? Right now, we're really focusing on our Alien week, and I know Christmas is coming up, but we did Elf last year. But I think that's the last Christmas movie that we've done.
might, and don't take this, take it with a grain of salt. We might be able to slip in like one.
Yeah.
But I don't know what we would do.
We also don't get a whole lot of requests for Christmas movies either. So
yeah.
There's one that y'all wouldn't mind seeing that we haven't seen. We'll give it a check.
Yeah.
Cam and Zay, thank you so much. Thank you for a significant super chat there. Appreciate it. Thanks so much again, Holden, for letting us interview. Oh, you're very welcome. You have really insightful answers. A video's up, and we hope you like the edit. Hey, Jen, you've got a keeper. Love your work, guys. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. I'll check it out a little later, too. I guess if y'all want to see, go check out their channel, Cam and Zay. Did a little interview with them over there. Detective Cobra. Holden, in your previous live stream, you never said why you don't want to watch the U.S. version of The Office. Please watch. I don't remember saying that. I have seen the U.S. version of The Office. I've seen most of it. I'd say I've probably seen 90% of The Office. And we just haven't done any of that for content or anything.
I have not seen a lick of The Office, but I know that it is a lot of people like it. A lot of people like it. Like, hardcore about it.
Yeah.
So it's got to be funny. And I also heard that people, like, compared it to Friends. I'm not sure, like, in what way, because it doesn't seem like it's like Friends, but eventually.
I don't think it's like Friends at all. It's a comedy that could not be made today. And it's one of those comedies that, like, when I was a kid, it was coming out. But now, like, Savannah's generation watches it, too. So it's like a transitional generational
It can be
show.
made today because, like, the comedy temperature?
Yeah, it's offensive. It's a loosely offensive comedy. It's the boss. I feel like such a dad trying to explain this show. The boss is like a very well-meaning boss, but he constantly is like offensive. Like one of the episodes, there's a character named Oscar who's gay, and he finds that out, and he's like tries to make everyone like appreciate him, and he's like, it's fine to be gay, and he like goes over and like kisses him, and Oscar's like, no, but he's well intentioned, but he comes off extremely offensive. So
okay.
that's kind of one of the crutches of the humor there.
Gotcha.
And then there's fun little romance story on the side, and all the characters are super quirky and funny in their own right. Would you ever? I don't know if I'm doing justice explaining The Office there, but that's what I went with. The Champ. Would you ever watch all the episodes of Smallville? Maybe on our own time. I don't know if we do it for reaction content. You want to read this one here?
Sure. Chris Cornett. Hey guys, can't stay phoned on 13%. Hope you guys are good. Jen, your hair is thumbs up. Also, Holden, I just started playing Miles Morales Spider-Man. Pretty dope.
Yeah, I played through it too.
Thank you. Very sweet of you.
Oh, yeah, I love the new Spider-Man games. We're trying to see about doing a My Wife Plays series of some kind. We were going to do Spider-Man. It's kind of lengthy. And if we'd started, I'd like to finish it. So that'd be a really time-consuming project. I was also thinking about doing Lego Star Wars and breaking them up into each episode of the movies. Might be more manageable chunks to do that way.
I don't think they want to see me play games though. Like I know if y'all think I ask a lot of like ridiculous questions during like our TV shows and our movies, the questions are ridiculous times 10 when we're playing a game.
It's just a learning curve.
And just more of a frustration.
You do get pretty
like, why am I not going up this wall? So.
Wait, you guys have a teenager? I thought you were like 25. Nope. Older than that. Older than that. Have you tried out the new God of War, Holden? I have not. I would love to do it. Right now, I've been slowly playing through Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Very slowly. But that's the game I'm currently playing right now. And I've been playing some Sonic Mania for some less like intensive gaming and more of like casual gaming. I just beat Sonic Mania actually, but I have to go back and collect all the 7 emeralds to do the real hidden level. Anyway, are you guys at all going to watch the 2003 Clone Wars? Also, warning: the last 2 episodes of Tales of the Jedi have spoilers for the finale of Clone Wars. We have seen the 2003 Clone Wars; it's on the channel, and we have finished Clone Wars the show. It's all on Patreon if you want to just catch it early. We've been slowly releasing them publicly on YouTube though. But you can watch it, all of it now, if you'd like. Chad, Jen, you have grown so much in reviewing movies with your reaction. Any thought have actually direct short movie? Holden, will you show the live action Death Note on Netflix? Check on Cocaine Bear. Have any thought of actually direct short movie? I'm not sure what you're asking there. Holden, will you show the live action Death Note on Netflix? Probably not. Probably not the live action.
And thank you. That was very, very sweet. I'm glad to know that I'm growing.
Chris, The Office. We're like friends. I'm Chandler and Joni. Pam is Monica. Dwight is Kramer. Yeah, that's Kramer is not even from the.
Okay.
So he's like a.
Yeah, I don't have any context for that. So.
He's a lovable idiot kind of character.
Huh. Interesting.
It is pretty funny though. Steve, is there any interest in or plan to watch Korra after Avatar? Also, have Matt and Jenna kept up with all the MCU on their own time? I doubt that heavily. As far as watching Korra, maybe we'll either do something that maybe we want to do, or we'll do another poll on Patreon to see where we want to go. We've been doing a lot of animated stuff, so we're kind of wanting. That's one of the reasons we wanted to start doing Jessica Jones, something a little bit more mature, a little bit more adult, but not opposed to it at all. If I use social media at all, I would be one of the people messaging you often with good word and thanks. You both do a great job, and we are all knees deep in or deeper for it.
I really try to message everybody back. I'm really terrible about like doing it in a reasonable amount of time, but I do try to respond to everybody because 99% of the messages are usually so positive and just make us feel so good. There's people messaging us telling us like how their like life is better from watching us, and that's just like mind-boggling to me, but it's also really heartwarming. So yes, I try to get back to all you guys because it's really very sweet.
Yeah, thanks MP Jumper, man. We appreciate that a lot, and we appreciate you, man. Love the Yu Haka Show shirt and the channel. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Will there be an Andor reaction? Literally an incredible show. We need to get caught up on some stuff. A lot of
people have been asking about it.
We're a little thinned out right now as far as we're watching just a lot currently, but I do want to watch it. I've heard it's top tier Star Wars. Are you guys going to watch the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special? Yes, we're going to watch it Sunday. Jen, love the little smile, but I feel Holden's pain. Couldn't technically finish Arkham Knight because of one Riddler trophy. Yeah.
It's I giggle, not to make him feel bad or anything like that. No. But because, I understand that like he kind of needs that outlet. Like we mentioned, we have like kids and we have a life and everything going on, very busy. And so I like recognize that he needs that like time just to like play his games. So usually it'll be in the form of like, babe,
asking permission.
Can I play Valhalla for a little bit? That's exactly what he does. Do the thing.
What thing?
Where you like.
Well, it's usually like if you're engrossed in like a show.
He's not going to do it on air, but it's very adorable. And so it's just cute when he does that because I really enjoy seeing like how happy he gets.
Yeah, it's a great outlet until I get really frustrated on a boss fight or something. I'm just like, yes, but yeah. Eons have passed since Holden Hardman became my spirit animal. Oh wow, it's been a while since I've heard that from you, Billy the Kid Lawrence. And here we are, as of recently bonding further over financially supporting segues for the narc of the cards. Oh, card narcs. Yes, I love them. That's a YouTube channel I watch. Somebody was asking, I don't remember if it was on this stream or the other stream, one of my channel that I watch. I
even know that he watches that.
I watch the cart narcs. I love that. Oh my gosh, that's some of the funniest stuff I've ever seen in my life.
He is right. You should return your cards.
I love Agent Sebastian. He gets into it. My man is a savage. He is one of the wittiest people on the whole platform. The way his comebacks... And just like him staying in character, he is so funny.
I'm surprised he's still alive, though.
He's been threatened. People threaten to like shoot him. He just doesn't. People throw things at him, and he's like, "I blocked your attack." Oh my gosh, so funny. If you haven't seen the cart narcs, it's hilarious. He goes to these places that people don't return their shopping carts, and he just asks them to return them. And if they don't return them, he puts this bumper sticker of shame on their car. And that usually prompts them to have a pretty heated reaction. And he's just like, if you would just return your shopping cart to where it belongs, oh my gosh, it's so funny. It is so funny. Game of Thrones, House of Dragon reaction ever? We've seen some of Game of Thrones. It's one of the reasons we haven't done it.
We've seen most of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, just
House
independently.
Of Dragon we haven't.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff that we want to get to. That's on the list. I was going to say Android. What is it?
Andor?
Andor. Arcane.
Invincible. It's another one.
The Witcher. We have lots of stuff that we want to do. It's just a matter of like getting there. But we will. Eventually.
Yes, we will. Do you have lazy bonitis? Yeah, that's one of the things the card narc says. Agent Sebastian. If the opportunity ever came to do a collab with him, I would love to be a deputy cart narc. I would 100% do that. Reach out to cart narcs. I would love to. He came to Pensacola once, and so funny. Yeah, you replied to my comment about the Segway on a recent cart narc vid. I had to shout it out. Love you guys. Oh, very cool. Yeah, small world. Dance Productions. Where are your video game reactions? You don't do a whole lot. We were talking earlier in the stream about doing some games together. The thing about doing Lego Star Wars is that we could do them in like small amounts, and we could play together. So it'd be one that we could play together. Whereas if we play like Spider-Man, only you would play, and maybe I would just giving like commentary on the side. Hang on.
Is this like you versus me, or we're on the same team? Because either way, there would be drawbacks to that. If we're on the same team, I'm gonna bring you down. And then if it's you versus me, you're gonna shoot me down in like 10 minutes.
No. We'd be on the same team, and I wouldn't. We'd get into the hang of it, and we'd do it together. You wouldn't bring me down.
Full disclosure, with games, I try to do patience as much as the next person.
That's what it is. That's the crutch of it all.
But
you think I rage quit when I was talking about Valhalla?
That is not true. I don't rage.
Rage quit. That's a gaming term for like getting really mad.
Oh, rage quit. See, yeah. I don't know what that means. But sorry, my point is that, I just don't know with the patience. Like, I want to win. So if I don't, that would be a problem.
Yeah. Like the camera will be inverted and her character's like, why is it spinning?
That's exactly what happened when we played that Star Wars game.
Oh, we played
No. It wasn't... Yeah, it was.
We
Star
played
Wars
a little
game.
Battlefront 2.
And it was a weapon game, or where you had weapons.
Yeah, you're just.
I don't remember what the goal was.
First-person shooter.
But the actual functions were so touchy that
have high sensitivity, to snipe them out.
It was so hard for me to like learn.
I lowered it,
But it was, this is why I like car racing games, because I'm really good at them and they're very simple. So I think that if we did some more of these games that he has, I would definitely need some time to like adjust, and you guys would probably hear some swearing. So if y'all don't tune in, it's totally fine.
Yeah, we might be doing it. We'll see. It would be a big commitment no matter what we did. Clint Burke, have you guys ever considered doing meetup screenings with fans, like for new Marvel movies when they come out? Yes, we have. We I don't know logistically, but we there's a few times, or one time at least in the past, where we rented out a movie theater when we watched Back to the Future 2. And we had talked about doing like renting out a theater, for whatever movie comes out or for specific movies. I just don't know logistically how to do it. And I think the theaters have a 20 people max for private screenings, I think. And at least the one here. So I just don't know how we would go about do it safely. People are crazy, and I wouldn't know the people. So that would be a concern. I wouldn't know how to screen for that at all, or if if it would matter. So not opposed to it. I just
we don't want to die.
Yeah, I mean, people are crazy. But not you guys. You guys are awesome. But there are crazy people out there. You know what I mean. Wu Fei, Death Note is fine. We all wanted to be light because we thought he was cool. I suggest Monster 2004, maybe Attack on Titan, live action Kenshin movies. I still haven't seen Attack on Titan myself, and I watched the Rurouni Kenshin anime. I haven't seen the live action. Oh. I meant for my earlier question, does Jen have any interest doing anything film related, like writing or directing? Oh, okay, I got you.
No. That's a twofold answer, because I don't have any experience doing that. I don't have any experience like writing or directing or anything like that. And to be quite honest, like I just don't think that it's in my wheelhouse. Like I don't think that that's like, I'm not as like creative as like he is when it comes to writing scripts or imagining what like a good story. I take that back. I feel like I can come up with some good storylines, and like I think I would be fantastic at coming up with some pranks for Impractical Jokers, but like serious films and stuff like that, I don't know.
That's fair enough. We're working on a little documentary together, and we're trying to do that more as like a pair, because I very much have like a system of how I create stuff. So to take a step back and let's kind of do it together and plan it out accordingly.
I think that that's much more my style. Maybe not as far as like writing exactly or directing, but like collaborating with ideas, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think that would qualify as like writing or directing.
Yeah. It's yeah.
You sure about that?
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, there's like a lot of material that we kind of ping pong back and forth on, and a lot of like material that I know that I would want to do as far as like a documentary or content, whatnot. But as far as like taking that lead with writing and directing, I really think that that's like his thing, but
Yeah, working on a Star Wars short film right now, and we'll be filming the majority of it tomorrow. We're having a small group come out, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to do it. I think it's going to be good, and that's one that I wrote and directed, and I am directing. So hopefully it doesn't suck. Star Wars fans are notoriously difficult to please, and then there's the element of like, I wrote this, here's what I came up with, and you're just opening yourself up to tons of criticism with anything you write, just in general. And so there's an element of like, you just have to kind of deal with the criticism. It's always easier to be a critic than it is to be Shakespeare. That's what somebody said. I was like, that's very, very true. So many people can criticize work across the board of any movie, whatever, but so much harder to actually make something worthwhile. And so I'm just trying to make stuff that I would like to watch, and just kind of going from there. Was that pretentious? That might a little bit? No.
No?
I wasn't saying I'm Shakespeare. I'm just giving the example of, you got to put yourself out there is what I'm saying. Anyways, Alex. Hey, guys. Have you both, hope you're both doing well. Are you planning on visiting the UK soon? Also, have either of you been to Budapest? Been this year and it's the best. We would love to do traveling overseas. It's really expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that. It is crazy expensive to travel overseas. And with the kids and stuff, it's with the cost of it, the familial situation we're in right now, it's really hard.
But one day.
We want to, for sure. We really want to go to Ireland to go see the Titanic stuff out there.
Yeah, and I really want to go to like London. I want to go to Italy. I want to go to Fiji.
Yeah, same.
All these different places.
I'd love to go to Rome. I really want to go to Japan.
Yeah.
Billy the Kid also just wanted to watch the compilation video the other day of Jen constantly saying Holden Thomas Hardman. Made me laugh so much. Gotta go now. Blind Wave editing duty calls.
Bye.
Love you. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot. Let's see. If you ever watch DBZ with Jen, I know 2A makes it difficult. Would you also do a watch along of DBZ abridged afterwards? Doing Dragon Ball would be such a feat to do because there's over almost 300 episodes, just shy of 300 episodes. And I've watched them multiple times. I've watched all the movies, 20 something now movies.
Is there like a Cliff Notes?
There is. It's called Dragon Ball Z Kai, and it isn't abridged like a shortened version. It's more accurate to the manga, which we could watch as well. But either way, it would be a huge undertaking. Make sure I didn't miss anybody else up here. I wonder what Jen's reaction would be to the Goblin Slayer anime. I have not seen it. How are you on fantasy anime in general? Like old Berserk. Actually, I saw we went to Books A Million today, and they had a graphic novel collection of Berserk that I was thinking about getting and checking out. But I did not. But I haven't seen either of those. Dina Karan, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Appreciate that. And a few down here. You want to do Matt Tuttle?
You guys should watch Arrowverse Pilots and Crossovers, 28 episodes. The crossovers are amazing and a mixture of dark and light heroes. I wish I knew like what some of the stuff was. I don't know what.
The Arrowverse is like, you know how like Netflix has like Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Daredevil that are independent shows, but Arrowverse is the same thing. It's like the CW superheroes.
Oh, okay. The
Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, those guys. So they did some crossovers and some stuff recently. So speaking about short films, do you have an idea when Spider-Man short film will be released? One day, far, far from now. Spider-Man there's a number of reasons why that's just been so difficult. We have to do a couple of reshoots on it. The VFX has been a nightmare, and it's just more costly. The Star Wars one I'm doing will be pretty action-packed, I think, but it's more manageable. So I have not forgotten about Spider-Man. I still really want to finish it, and I will be working on that as well. But it's kind of like when I did Batman. It's like I want to do these short films kind of in between, so I have something that I'm like able to actually achieve with relative quickness while I'm working on stuff like that in the background too. Rado, Holden, do you play or are you familiar with The Last of Us, and will you be watching The Last of Us TV show when it comes out? I played through the majority of the first one. It's a super acclaimed video game. I never played through the second one, but I would be interested in watching the TV show. Kind of like The Witcher. I never played The Witcher, but I know we're both really interested in watching the show. Will you react to the new Transformers trailer? Yes. I get what you mean about writing, especially with something Star Wars. I myself wrote and acted in a Star Wars fan film. Oh, very cool. I've done like lightsaber battles before, but this is like an actual like story intensive short as opposed to just, hey, here's a cool lightsaber duel. So this one will have more like actual Star Wars lore involved. The CW has the better Flash. Guardians 3 trailer, yes, we'll be reacting to that too. You guys should watch the newest trailers for Marvel, Transformers, Indy 5, and Cocaine Bear. We did Guardians, Transformers, and Indy today, so I'll be editing those and working on those. Thank you so much, Daniel. Appreciate it. Have you guys watched Season 7 of Clone Wars? Yes, and it is available on Patreon if you want to watch it. We actually have a full-length reaction to the final 8 episodes, I want to say. Is that short available to watch somewhere? Which one? Oh, the one he did. Yeah, that'd be really cool to know. Has Jen cried in any other reactions other than Endgame?
I think I got a little bit teary in one of the Transformers. It was the one where supposedly they were sending Optimus Prime and Bumblebee and all the Transformers back to their like planet or whatever.
Yeah.
That like that's just so sad to think about because they're just like save the freaking world, and that's just like our planet to just be like booting them.
Oh, yeah. They tried to kill them in the rocket.
Other than that, I don't think I'm not a crier when it comes to movies, unless it's about a dog. If a dog is like even like pretend hit or screamed at, I will bawl like a baby. Like I started watching this documentary on Netflix, The Dolphin Trainer, The Last Dolphin King. I couldn't even make it through 30 minutes because there was footage of this trainer like hitting a dolphin. And
any animal abuse.
I can't take that. Anything animal abuse, threatened abuse, I just can't. But I don't think that we've watched much.
A lot of animal abuse on the channel.
Thank you for that. John Wick was rough.
Oh yeah.
The puppy scene haunted me. That I don't like that. But other than that, I don't think I really cried.
Not a whole lot.
Not a crier when it comes to movies.
Are you into bad movies at all along the lines of Velocipaster, Thanksgiving? We watched Thanksgiving last year, so I think it's under my friend watches, but Jen was there. We all watched it together.
Yeah.
Velocipaster, I've been meaning to see, but I have not actually watched it yet. But yes, I love B movies. Have you two heard of RRR? Yes. Or any Indian movies? Yes. That one has been getting popular recently. Maybe worth a watch. Thanks for providing great entertainment. Thank you so much. Yes, we have heard of RRR, and I know that there's an audience for that. We just haven't gotten around to watching it. But I would like to check it out. Samwise, will you ever do My Wife Watches to Anime? And if so, what would be the first anime? The first anime would be Death Note, for sure. I think it'd be right up Jen's alley, and I think it'd be something that she could get into right away. That would be my recommendation for her. Holden, I have a great land in Scotland. I would like to invite you all. They are calling me sir now for some reason. JK, I love your channel. Thank you so much for the invite. We'd love to go to good old... Wow, see, I have to like listen to Scottish accents before I can even attempt to do it. But thank you so much. I won't attempt that again. Hey guys, love your channel and you both. Would you ever do a watch and review of Invincible? It's absolutely awesome. I'm sure you both would love it. Yes, we put it on different polls before. It just has not won, but I would like to check it out. It's one of the ones that we've been holding off watching on our own time because we know that people want to see it. Gabriel, hey guys, hope you're well. So anytime I catch your lives, I need to ask, can you all do a reaction to a movie called In Bruges, sort of Christmas movie? I've never heard of it. If there's an audience for it, would be opposed to checking it out. As of now, I have no plans to watch it, though. We might check it out on our own time, though, since you recommended it. No plans right now to watch Carnival Row or Rings of Power. I feel like we need to watch the Hobbit movies first before we do any other Lord of the Rings things. Have you seen Big Fish starring Ewan McGregor? I actually mentioned it earlier in this live stream, how much I love that movie. Are you going to react to Wednesday? I don't know if we'll react to it, but I certainly want to see it. I was thinking that was one we might actually watch on our own time, if we have time. Animes get copyright striked easily. That's what I hear. It's one of the reasons I'm cautious in general about anime. We'd have to do some pretty heavy editing, I think, if we do any kind of anime. Sheena, here you want to read, babe?
Let's see.
Sorry.
Do you guys, Flimsy, do you guys react to war movies such as Saving Private Ryan, Lone Survivor, or Fury? I was in the military, and I have not seen Saving Private Ryan. I realize that's a shame, and I do want to watch it, but we just haven't. We were going to watch it, I think, for Memorial Day, and we didn't get around to it. And it's that type of movie where I feel like you should watch it for like 4th of July or, Memorial Day.
We were gonna watch Saving Private Ryan, Hacksaw Ridge, and I think one other one for like Memorial Veterans Day or 4th of July. And we just didn't have the time to do whatever we were doing at the time. We weren't able to squeeze it in and edit it quick enough, so we didn't end up watching it. But I do want to watch them for the channel. Y'all should react to Willow. I've never seen the movie, but I know there's a show coming out about it. Have we watched Superman the movie, the original? Yeah. Well, she hasn't, but I would love to do that. You see one up here you want?
I was looking at it. Yeah, Army, 6 years, joined out of high school. I was like 17 years old, very young. Did like administration work for MOS, so nothing like too exciting, but yeah.
Cool.
Is it Eon Plush? Y'all should do a reaction for the new Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 trailer. We did that today, so Holden's going to edit it today as well. So, should be up soon.
Yes. Have you seen this? Have you watched that? Are you gonna watch this?
Have not watched Andor. We haven't watched Karate Kid or Cobra Kai. I know Andor we want to get to, but we just don't have an ETA on that right now.
Yeah, a lot of the same people spamming the same comment over and over again. I used to have more moderators actually on the thing. Avatar, yes, working on. Yeah, CP, Rocket or Drax. Who do y'all think is dying in Guardians 3? Assuming either of them die, but when we watch well, we'll hold off on. We talk a little bit about it in the trailer reaction we do. New subscriber, been watching you guys for about 3 months. Enjoy your content. Are there any shows you guys watch together that you don't put on here? Right now, we've been watching Breaking Bad only because I'd already seen up to season 3. So that's one.
Yeah. That
we watch together that we don't put on here. Name coming soon. Anime could be pre-talk and post-talk on YouTube, but actual reaction linked to somewhere else for free. That's what some people do to get around that. That's a good suggestion. Really, when it comes to like when we look at the analytics on the channel, most people only watch the reaction. They don't really care so much for us talking before or after, like giving our reviews of it. So usually when we do like any type of just review, like when we review just like Wakanda Forever without the reaction, there's less interested in it usually. But I mean that is what it is. I'd still be willing to do something like that, especially for a show like Death Note that I just want to watch anyways together. Brandon, welcome to the Harmy membership. Appreciate that. What do you think about the new indie trailer? We did a reaction for it, so you'll find out. Thank you so much for the super chat, though. We appreciate it. Welcome, Brandon. One of us. One of us. Would you ever consider doing a video game? Yes, we've talked about it earlier, and we're thinking about it.
When Seb AFC, when will there be a new vlog? Very underrated part of the channel. I'm so glad that you guys feel that way, at least some of you, because we really enjoy doing vlogs. I mean, we enjoy traveling when we are able to travel, and kind of giving you guys a peek into that is always great. I think the last one that we did was the Vegas trip. We went to go see some shows just over a weekend, and I think that one is probably going to be the next one that we release.
We have 2 that we filmed when we went to Vegas. There's not a lot of footage in that one, so that one we actually talk about it, and then I just sort of insert footage here and there. But we went to Disney over Thanksgiving break because our friend Di got us free tickets to go. So, and that has a lot more footage and probably be more like traditional vlog. But yeah, so 2 in the pipeline right now. Just got to get them edited and posted. Your vlogs are so fun. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. I know some channels, all they do is vlog and travel. We're not in a position to just travel and vlog all the time, but when we do it, I'm glad to know y'all enjoy it.
I mean, that's exhausting. I can't imagine doing that with kids.
Yeah, or just like like imagine if we're like, we have to do 1 vlog a week at least. Like, where are we going to go? Alabama, like right next door?
That's exhausting. I mean, I know people are like, oh gosh, that's the life. But I can imagine that would be pretty tolling on.
Yeah. Do you edit yourself or do you have an editor? Both. Through Patreon, because we've grown that so much, we were able to hire a full-time editor in Devin who does a lot of editing, does a lot of graphics, does a lot of VFX work on short films I do, so he's great. But I do some of the editing myself. He does the majority of like the main reaction stuff, and then I do more of like vlogs, and I'll do the occasional reaction as well if we're trying to keep up on a schedule. And I know I've given him a lot to do, so that's great. Thank you, patrons, for allowing us to be able to do that. It helps us pump out content much faster. Love to see Jen react to the MonsterVerse. Would have her see Godzilla in a new light. Also, favorite Jen moment was the Optimus versus Bumblebee reaction.
I just have no comment on that. I didn't like that. That was very...
It's tough to watch.
It was, because I love both of them so much, especially Bumblebee. And that's like my worst fear. Just like, because I didn't want one of them to die. Is that like the correct?
Yeah, I mean they're like sentient
terminated
beings.
So. Or, that yeah.
Yeah. As far as the MonsterVerse, we've already watched Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah, but I was so confused by that because Holden kept telling me, he's like, no, Godzilla's a good guy. I'm like, what the heck? He's destroying the entire city.
Yeah, it starts off with him like destroying stuff. But even in the movie, they were like, "That's not like Godzilla. What's going on?"
Well, I mean, I did not understand it. I was like, he's the good guy, but the whole movie is about them like versus each other, and he's like destroying the city.
They work together in the end, though.
I mean, yeah, but for most of the movie, I was pretty confused.
That's one of those movies that you just go in for fun. You know, it's like a nice not think about it kind of movie. You just go and enjoy Kong jumping down to the center of the hollow earth and Godzilla destroying stuff, and there's a giant mecha Godzilla that that's just one of those movies, and I was all for it. Thoughts on James Gunn being DC Studios CEO? I'm glad that the wheels are turning at DC finally, and I think James Gunn is a good choice for that. I think he knows what the fans want. I don't know if he's going to be as like capable, I think, as Kevin Feige has been, but I think WB is making some good moves to move towards that. I think he'll be great. So we'll just have to wait and see. It depends on how much it depends on how much control he actually has. Like if he's just like a spokesperson for them and he really doesn't have like any actual power, that would be a shame. But if they're like, okay, James, we need some direction, man, you know, we're giving you the reins, I think that James Gunn could do some really good stuff.
He just informed me about 2 hours ago that James Gunn, who was, I guess, attributed to Marvel, is switching to the other side. I did not know that, but I was saying for the longest time, I'm like, you know, that's what DC needs to do. They need to like steal somebody from Marvel to help out with like their creative ideas, to really turn things around. So the fact that kind of happened, I think is going to be really interesting, to say the least.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how that plays out.
Yeah, and you haven't seen Black Adam yet.
No.
So I'd be interested to know your thoughts on it.
Because most of the DC movies I have seen, they weren't like horrible, but and I might be biased because I saw the Marvel movies first, but I just the DC movies were very different. They didn't have as much juicy moments. It wasn't as emotionally tolling. So I don't know. I would be curious to see how the movies feel after he's been on DC for a while.
Yeah. I really want to see them do some good stuff with Superman. That's one of my big things. I want to see more Superman, and it's been a while.
Yeah.
OMMP grower. Been watching for years. I love you both. I make motivational videos, 23 so far in total. What would it take for you guys to react to one? We get a lot of people that ask for us to react to like individual stuff, and we don't usually do that, to be honest with you. But for those of you interested, go check out OMMP Grower for some motivational videos. How do you feel about the Transformers trailer? You'll have to wait for the reaction. We filmed a reaction to 3 trailers today, so I'll be working on those. Yeah, DC movies are pretty black and white in my opinion.
I think that's a fairly accurate description. So like I said, I don't think that they are terrible, but definitely not Marvel movies. So it would be nice to kind of spice DC up a little bit, and I hope that he does do that.
Yeah, same. Mario says, I think James Gunn might be one of the persons right now who could do it. Just from what he did with the Suicide Squad, with the roster of B or C list heroes from DC. Same thing he did with Guardians of the Galaxy. Those were D list heroes, at best, and he made them like A list in the mainstream. So I mean, he could do it. He could be the one. Could be the chosen one. The massive problem with DC is it was very rushed. They were playing a lot of catch up. Marvel was on Infinity War by the time that DC rushed to Justice League and didn't build the characters. Yeah, I think that's pretty universally agreed opinion. That they just jumped the gun too much. First time catching a live stream. Pleasure to be here. Keep creating the amazing content. Thank you, Incredible Bulk. We appreciate that. Transformers. Yep, we did a reaction to that. We'll be doing that. We could wrap it up here soon. We'll be going on an hour. That sound good to you?
Sure.
Are you planning on a reaction to the entire Netflix MCU? It's much better if you watch all of it, not only Jessica Jones, Defenders, and Daredevil. Really depends. There's a lot of it. There's a lot. And it depends on how they do on the channel. Jessica Jones, while one that we really wanted to see and we'll continue to watch, isn't performing all that well on the channel. So we kind of have to pick our battles there. Where I think Defenders and I think Daredevil Season 3 would do well. So it might be a matter of we watch Luke Cage and Iron Fist maybe on our own time. But watch the Defenders publicly. It just depends. We definitely want to get to Daredevil Season 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, much like Marvel can't compete in animated forms, DC falls behind in live action movies. Unfortunately, there is more money with movies. Yeah. Yeah, DC does have some good animated stuff. Welcome, Craig. Hi, guys. First live stream. Glad that you're here. Thank you so much. I've been able to catch... first live stream I've been able to catch in a while, so I'm sorry. Has this been asked already? Have you guys seen Rings of Power? We did have somebody ask. No biggie. As of now, we don't really have any plans to watch it. We haven't watched The Hobbit yet, and there really hasn't been a whole lot of people asking us to watch it either. There was initially when it was first coming out. I know that there's some controversy or something around it that's doesn't have to do with the content itself, but I guess it does have to do with some of the content itself. But one of those things, and after She-Hulk, I don't know if I really want to get involved in all that again. So we'll see. I don't know. I am curious about it. It might be one that we watch on our own time. Would you guys be interested in working together with other reaction channels? If the opportunity presented itself and it was mutually beneficial, I don't see why not. It just depends. We've talked about trying to get guests on the channel. We know Roy Jones Jr. is a local in Pensacola. I've tried getting him on to watch Rocky, what's it, Boston Rob lives around here.
That would have, yeah.
I would love to get him to come and watch Castaway, or something like that. And it'd probably mostly be just commentary talking about their experiences doing whatever under the pretense of the movie there. But, I would love to do stuff like that for sure. As someone who watched all the Rings of Power and is a lifelong fan of Middle-earth, just skip it. Not really worth it. Yeah, pretty, but not worth it. Wow. And Rings of Power is $1 billion show. I mean, they spent I think straight up $1 billion on that show. It's one of the most expensive shows ever produced.
Hopefully they made their money back.
Yeah, we'll see. Superman is my fave. Got to do the watch-alongs when you have time. Also, Justice League, anything with the super one. Yeah, I love Superman. I would love to see more of Superman. And I love Henry Cavill as Superman. I haven't been crazy about the movies. If you've watched any of the reactions, you know that. But they haven't been horrible. But I would have preferred seeing other things happen. See any ones you see on here, babe?
Let's see. Dwayne Chamberlain. Have y'all considered reacting to Alfred Hitchcock movies? Actually, yes. I really wanted us to watch The Birds and Psycho because I have not seen Psycho.
That is good. That's one that Jem's going to watch and edit as well once we finish Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah. Psycho would be, I think, really cool to see.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
It is a good one. I'm going to Hollywood Studios Universal for the first time next week. Any recommendations on things I must try? I'd say you must try a butterbeer at Harry Potter World.
Just go to Harry Potter World in general.
Love Harry Potter World.
Yes. That is probably the highlight for me. And yeah, butterbeer was such an experience.
Yeah. My favorite ride is Journey of the Forest or something like. It takes place in the Hogwarts Castle. That ride, so fun. It actually broke down the first time we rode it together, and Jen wouldn't go back into it after that. But it's probably my favorite ride.
I love roller coasters. I can do roller coasters, but anything with like VR or anything like that, I get sick for whatever reason. I just don't, which sucks because like the ride itself is really fun. Like I closed my eyes the entire time after it broke down, which was terrifying. And so I saw a little bit of it and it looked cool, but for whatever reason my body just doesn't.
Yeah, I'd say so. Anyway, I'd say all of Harry Potter World. I loved it all.
Yes.
I think I don't remember which park the Forbidden Journey ride is in, so you'd have to check that beforehand. If you have Park Hopper, take the train. You can take the Hogwarts Express over to it. Definitely watch Rings of Power on your own. You get to enjoy the show without dealing with that drama. I'm a lifelong Middle Earth fan and loved it. Oh, cool. Yeah, that might be one we might just watch in our own time once we get to it. We got to finish Breaking Bad first. Mm-hmm. You got to check out Batman Under the Red Hood, The Harder They Fall, and The Hangover. I love Under the Red Hood. It's an animated film, Batman film that really is great. Well, guys, I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. We've been on for a little over an hour. So appreciate it, guys. That's it for us. Sorry, there's always a little bit of
fun.
Always a little bit of a delay from when we're talking and like some of the comments come up. So if you posted a comment or something, apologies if we weren't able to get to it in time. But thank you all so much for joining us. We're hoping to do a couple more live streams later. But for now, that is it. We appreciate it. We'll catch you in the next live stream.
Bye, guys.
Take care, everyone.